It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. Welcome to another segment of the XY Show. And I'm your host, Roosevelt. And we are now in October, and it's only a few weeks before Thanksgiving, Halloween. And not that I, celebrate Halloween and shit, but, it's just, I told you, it's this time of year, these burr months. Once we get in these burr months, I'm always happy, September, October, November, December, even January, February. My favorite part of the season, if you haven't guessed, is the winter. So I like that it's getting cooler, even in Miami. It's hot as hell, but it's still getting a little cooler. I miss the change of seasons. But just the overall attitudes of people, as we get closer to Christmas, get a little better. Everybody not as stupid. And it feels good. You feel the spirit coming in the air. I can't explain it, but I love this time of year. So the first big event, is Halloween. Once Halloween come and go, then it's like, you really in the holiday mode. Then you got Veterans Day, a holiday before the other holidays, and then you ease into Thanksgiving, and then you start Christmas shopping, and then Christmas come, and then New Year's, and my birthday is in November, early November. So for those of you who are interested in maybe sending me a gift or something, or sending me some money, but so this time of year is wonderful. I just love it. And, I always did, always will, So anyway, hopefully you guys are feeling my vibe as well. And take us into these wonderful, wonderful holidays. And without further ado, let's get into the next episode. And speaking of holidays, about family and spending time with family, I wanted to do an episode on death in the family. And the reason why is because a few weeks ago I lost two family members. Almost the same time, with within a week apart, I believe. And well, let me give you tonight's episode. You only get one family. Enjoy them while you can, or suffer the consequences if you wait until they're gone. You only get one family. Enjoy them while you can, or suffer the consequences if you wait until they're gone. And like I said, I had two family members. I had an uncle and my mother's brother, and I had an aunt who was my uncle's wife. But she was more. She was a very good aunt. I mean. I can remember her, when I was a kid. She was there. It was always Aunt Jan was there, and Uncle Marshall. He lived in Boston, but I knew him. He's my mom's brother, so it was it was very difficult. My uncle, he had cancer, and we kind of seen that coming, but we didn't see it coming as fast as it did. At least I didn't. And my aunt, that was a blind shot. That was like out of nowhere, like boom. So that one was a very unpleasant surprise. And it was funny that about a month before she passed, I was over my uncle's house, and I was picking up a grill that he had purchased from my mom. My mom loves barbecue, and she wanted a new grill, which she doesn't need. But, she bought a new grill, and he brung it, and I picked it up for her and took it to my parents' house. And that was the last time I seen my aunt. And she was like, she looked good, she was in good shape, and, appeared to be healthy, nothing wrong, and I remember that she asked me, come into the house and have some dinner before you leave. And I forget why I couldn't stay. I don't remember. But anyway, I didn't stay. It was right after work. Maybe I was tired. I don't know what the reason was, but I didn't stay. And she asked me like 2 or 3 times, why don't you stay for dinner? And get you some dinner before you go home. I said, no, Auntie, I got to go get on back to the down south. And, and then that was the last time I seen her. And then a month later, she passed. And I think nothing of it, but of all I think about is what if I had that last dinner, with my auntie, and obviously we can't read the future. We don't know what's going to happen, all we can say is what if. And that's all I've been saying. What if I had sat down for that last dinner with my auntie? And, I think I would have felt a lot better. It was like, at least, I really spent time with her that last day, that last night, time I seen her. And my uncle had visited like a few months earlier for my, actually a year earlier. And he was in good spirits, good shape and stuff. But, when he was here, I wish that, I said, let's go out and grab a lunch or something. Let's go out to dinner, and have a meal. Just us. Let's go grab a beer or something, And, I was, I think that a lot of times we get so wrapped up in our daily bullshit that we forget what's really important. And when I say we, I'm talking about myself included. We forget what's really important from our daily bullshit. And I'm talking about daily bullshit. I'm talking about your job, trying to get pussy, or in relationships, or just trying to do some shit that you shouldn't be doing, whatever the case may be. Just doing something other than what's really important, And I think about, my uncle's in town. We could have hung out. We could have went and got a lunch, or I could have just sat over to the house, because he was over my parents' house, and could have just sat and chilled out with her for a few hours, or whatever the case may be. Just spend time. But like I said again, we get so caught up in our own bullshit, our daily bullshit, that we forget what's really important. And, normally, I would consider myself pretty good with the family. Although, when my dad passed, I was in Alaska. I had just taken his job in Alaska at the time. And my dad was, he was kind of having little bitty episodes here and there, but, nothing like that was life threatening. Oh, I would have never left, but, it ended up when I went to Alaska, he ended up getting sick, and then, he passed. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm back in Miami. Even though for those of you who know me and know what I've said over the years, I absolutely loathe Miami. I hate this city for many reasons. One of the reasons is too damn hot. But I would not be here if it was not for my mother. If my mother was with my father, I would not be here. I absolutely hate this city. Always did, always will. And, when I graduated from high school, I left immediately. Went into the military and never looked back until about 2 or 3 years ago. Now, I haven't been in the military since then, but I've got out of the military, went to college, and gotten jobs in different states. I've been all over the place. You guys know that. But, after that, living in Alaska and my dad passed, I had to come back because I didn't want that same thing to happen to my mom. Me being 5,000 miles away and, I'm not having an opportunity to say goodbye. And that's very important. Like I said, we only get one family. And once they're gone, that's it. And a lot of people that I know, and a lot of people that you guys know, you've heard people who actually don't get along with their family. They fell out with their family years earlier and haven't spoken to their brother or sister for 20 years, 25 years. Haven't spoken to their mother or father for 20, 25 years. And then, a lot of times when their siblings pass or their parents pass, then they're doing all this shit at the funeral. And, if I would have been there, dad, mom, it was too late now. It's too late now. And me personally, when I hear somebody say that I don't get along with my mother, so I haven't talked to my mother in 10 years, 15 years, I don't want that motherfucker around me. What has your mother done so bad that you don't talk to her in 15, 20, 25 years or whatever? What have your father done that's so bad that you don't speak to them for 15, 20, 25 years? What have your siblings done, your brother and your sister done so bad that you don't associate yourself with them any longer? And any motherfucker around me that says that they don't want to be around their brother and sister, they don't get along, I hate them. You heard it. You heard people say that. I've heard people say they hate their mothers and I hate their fathers. He's the worstest piece of shit. We don't get along. I haven't talked to him for years. All kind of dumb shit. And like I said, I don't want a motherfucker like that around me. Because if he feel that way or she feel that way about her family, her blood, then I don't trust them. What's to say that shit, if they wrote their own family off, what to say that they'll do to you? How do they feel about you? How could you ever trust them? And personally, I don't respect a person that has written off their families. I don't respect you. For those of you out there who don't get along with your family, and don't get along, haven't talked to your mom or your dad for 15, 20 years, 30 years, and all that kind of crazy shit, I don't respect you. And I think you're a bad person. What have your family done so bad that you can't forgive? What is it? I mean, unless they tried to kill you, then I can kind of understand that. But I don't see anything else that, and I'm not saying if they've done some really fucked up shit that you have to be buddy with them and going out and picking strawberries together and all kind of shit. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying is, even if they did really do some fucked up shit, you can still communicate with your family and have some sort of a relationship. That's my brother. Yeah, we kind of fell out years ago, but, we still talk. We get together during the holidays and, we're kind of coping with it. Something. That's my sister. Me and her never really got along, but, we get together for the holidays, and I go over to her house sometimes for dinner. She comes to my house and visit. We're getting through it. We're not the best. We're not really close, but we're cordial to one another. That's something. And I really don't understand how somebody could disown their parents. Now, a lot of you say, well, my parents wasn't there for me. My parents wasn't there for me when I was little, when I was growing up. They wasn't there. My father, he wasn't there for me. My mother, she left. She wasn't there for me. So what the fuck did that have to do with you and how you act towards your parents? One wrong, there was one wrong. Maybe they did make some mistakes. But two wrongs don't make a right. That's your mother. That's your father. You have to forgive them. You only get one. You only get one mother, only one father. That's it. Only one family. That's it. You don't get a reset. Once they're gone, that's it. And I don't know about you, but if I hadn't spoke to my father for years and he had passed when I was in Alaska, it would be really fucking with my head right now. It really would. I know me. If I hadn't, a bad relationship with my father, which I didn't. I had a good relationship with my father. But if I was like some of you motherfuckers who are listening to this show, who haven't spoken to their fathers in 10 or 15 years, 20 years, and I went to Alaska and my father had passed when I was in Alaska, and I hadn't spoken to him in 20 years, my head would be fucked up right now. Be a lot of what if, woulda, coulda, shoulda kind of shit. What we could have done, what we should have done, or what I should have done, what I could have done. My head would be fucked up right now. Just like your head gonna be fucked up when your parents pass and you haven't reconciled some bullshit reason that you haven't spoken to them in 15 years or whatever. It's gonna fuck with your head too. Believe me, it will. Your brother passed, when your sister passed, and you haven't spoken to them for 20 years. It's gonna fuck with your head. That's your blood. That's your flesh and blood. If anyone on this earth you should have a relationship with, it's them. Even if it's not the best relationship. I'm not saying that you should get together every weekend and go pick mushrooms. I'm not saying that. I know sometimes shit happens. Well, you do have brothers who are not close. Well, you do have sisters who are not close. Well, you do have other silly motherfuckers who are not close to their parents. I know shit happens. But you still should have some sort of relationship with your family. That's your family. No one else can boast that claim. No one else can say that they're your brother. No one else can say that your sister. No one else can say they're your mother or your father. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's it. And no matter how many pretty flower arrangements or how many times you visit the fucking grave when they're past, it won't fix it. It won't fix the time that you missed with them. It won't fix all that you said to them when they were alive or didn't say to them. It won't fix it. All the pretty arrangements, all the nice words you said, the eulogy and shit, all that shit is irrelevant. This is the time now when they're living to say, hey man, you know, I know we don't see eye to eye, but you my brother and I still love you. That's all. That's all. Hey sis, I know you and I don't see each other eye to eye, and I don't like that shit you did, but hey, you my sister, I love you. That's it. Simple. It really is. And like I said, what could they have done besides trying to kill you? Then I'll give you a pass on that one. They tried to kill your ass. You know, I'll give you a pass on that one. But anything else, what have they done so bad that you write them off for life? Like some of you silly motherfuckers who are listening to this right now have. Haven't spoke to your brother, your sister in 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. Kind of dumb shit is that? And then some of you have taken it to another level, haven't spoken to your parents, haven't spoken to your mother, your father in decades. You know, and then when they pass, oh dad, oh mom, I'm sorry. They can't hear you now. They can't hear you anymore. It's too late. It's too late. While they are living on this earth, while you both are living on this earth, this is the time now that you should be enjoying one another. And like I said, you don't have to be picking mushrooms every weekend together. You know, if it's not there, it's not there. But you should have some sort of relationship with your family. Nothing is so bad where you can write your family off for life? Fuck out of here. For life? Nothing is that drastic that they can do. Nothing. Unless they try to kill you. You know, like I said, I'll give you a pass on that one. You might not want to invite them to Thanksgiving dinner. Shit. But anything else, I'm sorry. I don't see anything in your mother and your father. You know, a lot of you say, well, he wasn't there. He left us. Okay, he fucked up. He did. That's some fucked up shit. But that's your father. That's your father. And I know a lot of you saying, well, you don't know. You don't know what I went through when I was growing up. You're right, I don't know. Because my father was there. He was in the house. And, you know, I grew up in a 2-parent household. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I haven't had kids until I get married. Because I want to be in the household. You know, I want to be there. You know, raising my kids with my wife. I want to be there. So, you're right. I don't know what it feels like when a father leaves their kids or a mother leaves their kids. I don't know what that shit feels like. I'm glad I don't. But all I'm saying is, if that happened, that's still your mother. That's still your father. They're your flesh and blood. They are the reasons why you're here. You got to forgive them. You only get one set. That's it. You know, you only get one. You know, it's not like a cat where you get 9 lives, and not like a shark when he loses 10 teeth and they grow back and shit. You know, a lizard, you cut his tail off, he'll grow another one. You know, it's not like that. Once your parents are gone, they are gone. And I want you to ask yourself this question. If your parents or siblings pass today, are you in a good mindset where you can say, well, you know, we wasn't, some of you say we were close and, you know, we had a good time. I don't want to miss that guy or miss her, miss my parents. Some of you will have no regrets because you had a really close relationship. But those of you who didn't have a close relationship, and you haven't spoken to your siblings for years and your parents for years, how do you think that's going to fit? Do you really believe that won't fuck with your head? Do you really believe that? If you do believe that, then you a silly motherfucker. It's going to fuck with your head for life. For the rest of your life. You're going to run. I don't care what they did, what your siblings did or your parents did. If you wait until it's too late, to have some sort of relationship with them before the end, it's going to mess with your head for the rest of your life. You're always going to be what if. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. What I could have done. What we could have done. What I should have done. What we should. You always going to be what if. For the rest of your life. Trust me on that one. I seen it. I seen people who waited until it's too late. It's not a pleasant sight. And no matter what you say or what you do as a friend or other fellow family member, there's nothing you could do. Now, granted, over time they do feel better, but they never get over it. Never. Never get over it. And I hope that someone, if I get one person out there listening to this show right now, this episode, if I get one person to say, damn, Roosevelt's right. What the fuck am I doing? It's been 20 years since I talked to my daddy. It's been 25 years since I talked to my mama. It's been 30 years since I talked to my brother. It's been 10 years since I talked to my sister. Dumb shit. If I get one person to say, Roosevelt's right, I'm calling my mama right now. I'm calling my daddy right now. I'm calling my brother, my sister right now. I'm calling them right now. If I get one person to do that, then, of all the episodes that I've made and all the shit that I've said in those episodes, if I get one person to do that, I have succeeded in one of my ultimate goals. This is one of the most important episodes I've done, if not the most important. It's about family. And that's where it all begins. That's where it all should end. You ride or die together. You're blood. You flesh and blood. You share the same DNA. You're the same. So if I get one person to say, what the fuck was I doing? I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my daddy right now. I'm calling my brother and mom. Then I've succeeded. I've succeeded. And I hope that someone is listening and hear me. Because like I said before, it's not anything that I can think of that's so drastic. Will you write your family off for life? Think about it. Some of you that are listening to me right now are in your 50s or your 60s or your whatever, 40s. Last time you spoke to your brother, y'all was, you two was 18. Last time you spoke to your sister, you're in your 20s. Last time you spoke to your parents, you was in your damn early 30s. And you in your damn 50s now. What kind of dumb shit is that? And like I said, and for someone who said, when I was younger, and I'm going to tell you how much I care about this. Listen to this. In my young days when I was in Atlanta, back then, well, one of the cities was Atlanta. I was other places too, Jersey, and I've been all over the place. But anyway, my younger days when I was out there really trying to get pussy. I was still trying to get pussy, but you get that idea. When I was my younger days, when a girl told me that me and my mother haven't spoken for 5 years, that was the end of that shit. I didn't trust her anymore. I didn't care how good the pussy was. I didn't care how good she sucked the dick. I didn't give a damn how much she let me. I didn't give a fuck. When she said that was the end. I don't respect her anymore. I didn't want to be around that type of person anymore when she told me that. That's how you feel about your mom? Your mama? You know? Or your dad? That's how you feel about your parents? The fuck did that say about you? And what did that say about me for being around your silly ass? So once they said that, that was the end of it. And even the guys who, you know, were my friends, when they said they haven't spoken to their mom or dad for 10 or 15 years, what the fuck? What? Really? I said, why? You know, like a true friend would. I check when I check bullshit. You know, you ain't spoken to your mama and dad in 10 years. Why? Shit. And then they come up with some bullshit reason. Oh, yeah, when I was there and I was living with them and they kicked me out because I wouldn't get a job. They supposed to kick your punk ass out. You know, I haven't heard a good reason yet of why someone would fall out with their parents or siblings. I haven't heard it. I'm sorry. You know, yeah, okay, he left you at 14. Okay, he fucked up. But to write him off for life? Everybody fuck up. To write him off for life? That's not worth it. I'm sorry. I haven't heard a good reason yet. You know, every time I ask, why you ain't spoken to your parents? Why? They when I was, they didn't try to help me, you know. I don't know, they just wasn't there for me, you know. A lot of times you ask a person that they don't even fucking know why they're not speaking to their parents, or they forgot, you know. That's how long it's been, you know, and that's how insignificant it is. The true reason. They don't even fucking remember. They start bumming. You know, it was just a lot of things. You know? Yeah, I haven't spoken to my mom in years, and okay, well, why? Well, it's complicated. You know, it's complicated. The fuck out of here. So I don't want to be around a person like that. Anybody that is not talking to their parents or wrote their parents off of life, I don't respect you. I don't respect them, and I don't want to be associated with that type of person. What does that say about them? What does that say about me for being around them? Shit. You're a piece of shit if you disassociated yourself with your parents for bullshit. I mean, for something that, you know, they made a mistake. Maybe they were alcoholics, you know. Maybe they were drug addicts. I don't know. The list goes on. You heard all this shit. But something that you will write them off for life, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, for those of you out there who haven't spoken to family, I really beg you to reconsider. I beg you to reconsider, you know. And like I said before, you don't have to go out picking lilies every weekend. No. But you still should have some sort of relationship with your parents or your siblings. You only get one set. Once they're gone, they're gone. There are no replacements. There are no more time for second chances. There are no more time for forgiveness. It's too late. It's over. And there's nothing you can do about it. So I implore you, don't let it get to that point. If you have a family, if you are blessed enough to still have a family around, your parents, your mom, your dad around, your siblings, your brother, you haven't spoken to them in years, I beg you, as soon as this show is over, give them a call. Just say hello. Start it off. And for some of you, they might say, well, what the fuck you call it? What do you want? I get it. Sometimes it is what it is. But at least you made an effort. At least you can live with yourself. At least you can, be okay if something happens. Well, I tried to reach out to him. He didn't let me in, but, I tried and I did all I could do. I tried to reach out to her. She didn't let me in like I really would like to have been in, but, we did have some sort of relationship before she passed. Doesn't that sound a lot better than, damn, we haven't spoken to each other in 20 years. Wow. I wish we could have made up. I wish it hadn't been that way. I wish I would have just reached out. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's too late. Don't let it get to that point. You only get one family. Enjoy them while they are here. Don't suffer the consequences and wait until it's too late. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of the XY Show. Be sure to catch me on any platform that you may listen to on your podcast. I'm on Google Play. I'm on Blueberry. I'm on iTunes. I'm on TuneIn. I am on Spotify. I'm on Stitcher. And I'm on iHeartRadio as well. And I'm on Castbox. So anyone that you listen to, be sure to subscribe and follow the XY Show. And let me know that you love me. And hopefully that you listen to the episodes and getting some form of growth. Also, you can join me on my social networks. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram. You can find all of that on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com. www.thexyshow.com. You can find all my social medias, my podcast platforms, everything there. I also have an X and Y store, which you can buy a shirt. Send me a picture, and I'll take a picture of you and let everyone know that you're loyal X and Y on my Instagram account. So be sure to do that. There's also a spot where you can contact me and just say hello, or any constructive criticisms, any recommendations for future episodes, or anything you just want to say. Holla. You have that opportunity there as well. So, without further ado, I will miss you, but when I talk to you again, we'll be even closer to Christmas. How about that? Woo, Lord. And I'm probably going to look out for a special Halloween episode as well. I think that'll be fun. I'm going to see if I can get somebody to do it with me. Without further ado, that is it for this segment of the XY Show, and I want you all to remember that you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.